tired of you. What did you do now? Some guy's at my house yelling for me to come out. You're the one making this happen, aren't you? Huh? Oh. I have no idea what you're talking about. Why don't you guys try asking them what they want you for? Because they're constantly shouting out your name while knocking on the door. They're about to kick the door down or something, and it's terrifying. I don't know what it is now, but just stop bringing us to your weird arguments with others. Alright, I tell you who they are. I think I told my Monday boyfriend and a Wednesday boyfriend that your address was where my house was. I really don't know. I have so many boyfriends that I forgot which address I told each of them. Who does that? Can you check what they look like through a window or something? Is that guy blonde or does he have black hair? Neither. The dude has green hair. Who in their right mind dyes their hair green? Whoops, that's the boyfriend I dumped a week ago. I slipped up and he was about to find out about my 6 other boyfriends, so I decided to dump him. But he may have found out about the whole thing, and after we broke up then. Whoopsie! I'm sure he's starting to annoy you, so please kindly tell him to go home or something. Thank you. Why do I need to do that for you? This isn't the first time something like this happened. Stop mentioning my address to your boyfriends. Why don't you just tell them where you really live? 'Cause I'll get caught cheating if I tell them my address. Duh. What do you think is gonna happen if one boyfriend walks into me hanging out with another one at my house? Some of the guys love me so much that they try coming to my house without warning, so that's why I'm telling them that I live where your house is, so I don't have to worry about getting caught. Ugh, you're so horrid of a person that I don't even know where to start anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if I heard that you died because one of those guys stabbed you at this rate, and I totally understand why they do that to you. If a person is showing love and care towards you and accept it, then you better give it back to them. Otherwise, you'll never know who's gonna hold a grudge over you. I've never even heard a person who cheats on 7 people at the same time. Come on, don't be so stiff, sis. I know you're jealous of your beautiful little sister, but calm down. No one likes it when an ugly girl starts acting jealous. What did you just say? I mean, I hate to be the one to say this, but everyone wants to date B and no one wants to date you. So I'm doing everyone a favor and dating them. Everyone wins, right? Oh wait, you probably wouldn't understand. You've never dated a guy before, right? Ugly girls don't understand the struggle of pretty girls. You'll never understand my pain. How could you say that to your own sister? I'm sorry for taking all the beauty for both of us. I can't imagine the pain you go through having to be born ugly alongside a beautiful sister like me. You better shut up. All I want is the best for you, and this is how you repay me? I've helped you through your whole life as the older sister. How could you say those things? Say what things? I'm caring for you right now. I'm worried for you. I'm worried for you not being able to keep up with the life of the ugly one. And I feel bad for you because you'll be single and lonely for the rest of your life, and that you'll never know the sweet feeling of having someone love you. Wait, I have a great idea. Why don't I let you have one of my boyfriends? That way you'll have someone to talk to. What do you think those people are? They're like collectibles, and I currently have a bit too many to give attention to. So, I'll give you one. It's almost your 30th birthday anyways. This is my gift to you. You're insane. You should be thanking me. Now, I think a droopy, quiet guy would match you the best. What do you think? No, thank you. You're being rude to that boy and me just by saying such a thing, if you hadn't noticed yet. Oh, really? Whoops. Well, I've already made up my mind, so the closest you'll ever get to making a boyfriend is this. Just saying. I'll send you his number, so tell me if it goes well. I'll give him to you. You're welcome.
Nice to meet you. I'm sorry for the sudden message. Tori just told me that I needed to contact you out of nowhere, so Apparently, you and I are a great match, according to her.
I am so sorry for my sister. Please forgive her rudeness. She's always been a free spirit since she was a child, but that made her into a selfish girl. I'm not just sure what to do with her anymore. I'm so sorry for all this. I'm sorry.
Please, don't apologize. You've done nothing wrong.
It's partly my fault for not correcting her earlier on. Please just ignore her heartless words. It's for the better. You're free to block me as well. I'll be sure to tell her properly address all of this.
Please, calm down. I have no intention of blocking you. You seem like a kind person. I'm interested in getting to know you better. This isn't the first time we've met, by the way.
What?
Don't you remember me? From the part-time job during summer break when we were still in uni. We ran the music festival together, and I introduced myself to you.
What? I thought you were just another Carl. Really?
I'm surprised to see you again as well. I've always wanted to get to know you better.
Really?
Yeah, I'd never felt such a strong connection with someone else about music. So I was looking forward to asking for your number on the last day, but my phone broke down when I was going to ask you, and I never got the chance after that.
You dropped it at the parking lot and found it crushed, right? Everyone was shocked by how badly it was demolished.
Exactly. So I had no choice but to part ways with you without asking, and I've regretted ever since then. So I was really excited when I found out that my girlfriend was going to be introducing me to you again, even though I was kinda hurt and confused, of course.
Wow, I guess miracles do happen. Trust me, I'm as surprised as you are.
Right? Now that I finally had the chance to ask you, would you like to go have some lunch with me sometime? Let's talk about music again.
Really? Are you sure? I'm the sister of the girl who dumped you.
It's totally fine. I was reassured about how nice of a person you were when we spoke today.
Is it alright to think of this as a date?
Yes, I'd like to go on a date with you, Sherry, regardless of either of our relationships with Tori. This is just between you and me. Could you tell me if there's a day that you can spend with me? I'll make a reservation at a restaurant that I'd love to take you to right away.
Hey sis! How was the nerdy guy I introduced you a few weeks ago? Do you like him? I mean, not that I expect him to like you back though. But I'm praying the thinnest chance comes true, of course. But you're probably not talking to him anymore, are you? Ugh, what do you want now? I want to know what happened afterwards. It's like watching a show. But I mean, you probably couldn't go on talking with him since he's your sister's boyfriend, right? A hard-headed girl like you would never do such a thing. I know you're bummed out right now, but I have some good news for you. I actually decided to dump him, so you can actually have him. You're gonna dump him? Yeah, I don't need that guy anymore. As a matter of fact, I don't need any of the guys that I'm currently dating anymore. I've decided to commit to one person and date him until marriage. Really? What changed your mind? There's no way on earth that a cheater would ever just settle on one person. I found a person that I feel is worth throwing everyone away over. He's just what you'd expect from a prince. He's good looking, he's rich, and his parents are company owners. Can you believe it? I decided that he's the best person that I'll meet for the rest of my life. Therefore, I'm gonna be the most loyal, caring person to him and become his wife. Wife? You, the girl who could never stick with one guy, getting married? The world must be ending. Whatever. So now I'm contacting all of my boyfriends and telling them that I'm breaking up with them. But since I'm the greatest sister that I am, I decided that I'll let you know that you can have that nerd all yourself now. You don't have to think of him as your sister's boyfriend, so go ahead and date him. This is the closest you'll ever get to getting married yourself, so don't waste it. What did you just say? You're about to enter your 30s, so deal your cards wisely, sis. You have a nerdy, quiet, weird husband, or you have no husband. Don't you see that the choice is obvious? He's a colleague of mine at work, by the way. But all he does is listen to the instructions, and he's so boring. I couldn't find a better match for you even if I tried. How could you say that about him? He's a person who cared for you once. Please, treat him right. I'm already used to being made fun of by you, but what you just said is not right to say towards your own boyfriend. Slow down, sis. You're not his girlfriend yet. You can tell me all those things once you actually pull off dating him. As a matter of fact, say something like that once you've actually dated a guy. The only reason I was dating him because I was just a little bored anyways. I never even liked him, by the way. What? Yeah, by the looks of him, he's probably still a virgin. I've only dated him because I thought the way he was, all pure and unexperienced with love, was cute. Haha, he told me to date him with his face blushing like a tomato. So adorable. He isn't my type at all, but I decided to give him a chance since I'm the kind-hearted angel that I am. Haha. You're as heartless as a person could be if you ask me. Have you ever even thought about how he feels about this whole thing? Why would I care about a guy I'm dumping and never seeing again feels? If you feel so bad for him, then why don't you go ahead and consult him? You can go ahead and give that nerd all the love he needs. He might even consider actually dating you. What? If all goes well, you'll have the boyfriend that you've always dreamed of. Finally, at least you won't die ugly and lonely now. You know, I'm such a great sibling that sometimes I even wish I had myself for a sister. I wish you did too. That way you'd finally understand how I feel all the time. Haha, great joke. So do you want to have him or not? Of course I do. Thank you so much. Wait, really? I mean, it's kinda awkward that he's your ex, but I'd love to date him. It really is probably my only chance to find a good person to date, so I'll gladly have him. You're actually taking your little sister's leftovers as your boyfriend? The old age and ugly face has really gotten to you, sis. You'd probably date anyone at this point. Are you sure about him? He's just a quiet and skinny guy with an average paying job, you know. I think he's an amazing person. Besides, you're already breaking up with him, right? If you're not even his girlfriend anymore, then stop talking badly about him. You're not his girlfriend either, sis. Well, he's a very attractive person through my eyes, so don't talk like he isn't. Attractive? When people use the word attractive, they mean people like my new boyfriend, not your twig. My man's rich and handsome, and just perfect. Absolutely perfect. The way Carl aspires towards his dream and never lets anyone stop him is more attractive than your boyfriend's materialistic possessions. By the way, if you didn't know, he isn't just a company worker, right? He actually makes music while working in a normal job. Apparently, he's making tens of thousands every month through his commissions of the music he's made in the past. He's the one of the most hardworking and humble and respectable people I've met in my whole life. What? Tens of thousands monthly through commissions? How have I never heard of this? He never even bothered to let me know. He didn't tell you? Even though you were dating for a few months? He told me as soon as we started talking, you know. Why the hell wouldn't he tell me? He's really amazing. I've always known that he had the passions towards producing music, but there aren't many people who can really make a living out of it. I never got bored listening to his stories about his experiences with other artists and tours. Wait, what do you mean you've always known? I thought you two got to know each other through my introduction. Actually, we've met before a few years ago. He told me that he really enjoyed my company, but we never got a chance to trade our contacts and split ways. But thanks to you, we were able to meet again. What a coincidence, right? We started talking again and just clicked. We've already went out for dinner since you gave me his number, by the way. What? I'll admit that I was gradually developing feelings for him, but I've been putting a lid over my feelings since I knew that you two were dating. But you two broke up, and you've already given me permission to embrace my feelings, so I think I'll go tell him how I really feel. Oh, wait, on second thought, I'm not too sure about the whole breakup thing. Thank you so much for breaking up with him. I'll try to make the most out of this chance that you've given me. I hope the best for you and your new boyfriend too. Wish me luck! I know this is sudden, but I think I'm in love with you. Will you please be my boyfriend? What? I'm sorry for being so sudden, but I couldn't hold my feelings back anymore. Ever since we began talking to each other again, I gradually built up my feelings for you. I don't think I'll ever love a person more than you. Will you consider dating me?
I'd love to be your boyfriend. I'll do everything in my power to make you the happiest girl in the world.
Really?
Of course. I was just about to ask you. I can't believe you were feeling the same way as me. I haven't been this happy in a very long time.
This is unreal.
I've always liked you ever since we met that summer, and the only explanation to us meeting again is destiny.
Are you sure you want to date me? I was very confident that you were going to say no as soon as I asked. This is like a dream come true. I'm not nearly as pretty as Tori, and I'm not as social either, and I thought you'd be bummed out about losing her and ignore my offer.
What do you mean? You're beautiful. Definitely one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen. And in my opinion, between the two of us, I think you're prettier than your sister, Sherry.
You definitely need glasses. And you don't need to sabotage my sister to make me feel better. She is your ex after all.
Ex? Tori? Huh?
Huh? You and Tori, silly. You and Tori were dating up until like yesterday, right? That's part of why I'm so surprised about you not rejecting me. I mean, it's only normal to be bummed out after being dumped by your girlfriend, and it's totally understandable for you to say that you aren't looking for a relationship right now, so...
Whoa. Wait a minute. Who on earth told you that Tori and I were dating? Because they're lying. I have never even liked her before.
What? What do you mean you've never even liked her? You two started dating because you asked her out, right? She told me how you asked her out while reddening your face like a tomato with trembling voice. Not that I have anything against that.
I don't remember anything like that happening. If anything, I'm always avoiding her at work because of the rumors that I hear about her. Wait a minute. I actually do remember talking to her a while ago because I absolutely needed to. One of our colleagues was going to quit, so we needed to prepare a present to give him before her going away party. I asked her to come with me to shop for it since she and I are also colleagues.
Huh?
Yeah, at first I lost rock, paper, scissors and ended up having to go buy it alone. But the colleague was a girl that was friends with Tori, so I thought she'd know what to get. And I'm bad at doing fancy stuff like that, so I had no other option but to ask her to help me choose the present.
So you technically asked her out to go shopping with you, right? Maybe my sister misunderstood that you had feelings for her and asked her out for a date.
I mean, that's the only occasion I can think of where I even came close to her. But you may be onto something. Ever since the day we were going to buy the present, she began texting me outside of work in a flirty way.
If that's the case, then that might be it. How is that even possible, though? But I guess that's only good news for me. I've always thought that you and Tori were dating, so I've been avoiding my own feelings because of that. But now, I don't even have to think of you as her ex. I'm free to express my feelings.
Of course you can. Regardless of what she thought, we're just colleagues. Well, for now. I'm thinking of quitting my job at the office and pursuing my dream as a full-time musician. So we won't even be colleagues soon. Therefore, since your sister and I are merely strangers, you have absolutely nothing to worry about when dating me.
I did not expect things to turn out this way when I first asked you out, but I'm so glad they did. I love you.
I love you too. And I promise that I'll never hurt you or make you cry like the way your sister did to so many good people.
Ugh! I can't believe that guy. I hate him. I was actually planning to give him a chance. I'm the girl that every guy wants, and that's what he does to me? Ugh! What are you talking about? The guy that I was talking about broke up with me. What? You got dumped? I've never felt so humiliated in my life. I broke up with all of my boyfriends just for him, for God's sake. But he decides to dump me right after I break with all of the guys. He told me that it was my turn to be dumped for no reason. How did he know about you dumping guys for no reason? He was friends with the guy that I broke up with before. The one who came over to your house and kept knocking on your door. My new boyfriend was best friends with that green-headed brat. I can't believe him. So he started dating you just to break up with you in the same way to make you feel the pain? I didn't know there were people as ruthless as you out there. Wait, so does that mean that the green-headed guy knew about your other boyfriends? Why else would he be so pressed about getting dumped? Ugh, I can't believe this. There were doctors and lawyers and pretty good-looking guys in my list of boyfriends, but I threw all of that away and swore to myself that I'd be loyal, all for this. And now I'm blocked. I can't even reach him to sort things out. How dare he use my own tricks against me? He dumped me in the exact same way I dumped his friend. I guess he really cared about his friend. Hey, whose side are you on here? Your cute baby sister was attacked by a few guys and lost everything, and you're sympathizing towards that green-headed scumbag instead of me? You're supposed to be consulting me and cheering me up. I'm the one you should be supporting. But this was all your fault to begin with, right? What do you mean this was my fault? I see how it is. You're getting all cocky because you finally got a boyfriend, huh? Well, don't forget that your boyfriend is a hand-me-down by your little sister. You know what? I'll be taking Carl back, and you'll go back to the single ugly girl that you've been your whole life. Why would you do such a thing? Because he was mine to start with. Therefore, I have rights over him. What's so wrong about taking about what's yours? I mean, the story about his music career and the commissions is an absolute bonus though. He's definitely my first pick right now anyways.
Sorry, Tori, but the truth is that we actually weren't dating the whole time. So could you please leave us alone?
Uh-huh?
It's me, Carl, from work. We're right in the middle of a date right now, so it would be greatly appreciated if you could leave us alone.
Leave that ugly girl alone and come take me on a date right now. And what did he mean earlier? About us not actually dating the whole time?
Yeah, the idea of you and me dating was all a big misunderstanding. You thought that I was asking you to date me when I asked you to go out with me, right? Well, I was just asking you to come choose a present for your friend with me. I never liked you. And I never asked you out because of interest towards you. If anything, I hate people like you who play with the hearts and feelings of others.
What?
I'm as surprised as you to hear that you actually thought we were dating solely because I asked you to come shopping with me. You're way too full of yourself, Tori. You really shouldn't expect everyone to like you, because as you can see, that couldn't be further from the truth.
Even you're against me right now? Don't you see that I'm the one who's hurting right now? Whatever. I don't need your ugly, bony, average self to consult me. It would just make me feel even more depressed. Get rid of that inflated ego. Just because you're doing a bit well playing music, you're trying to act like you're different from others, but all guys are the same. All of the guys like pretty girls over ugly girls. I win and she loses.
Talking to you is like talking to a wall.
If you announce that you choose me over my sister right now, then I'll forgive you for all the rude things that you said up until right now, and you can be my boyfriend. I'll put you in first place and treat you with special care. I won't even make other boyfriends if you say yes right now. You'll never hear anyone more beautiful than me that they'll date you in your whole life. Be honest, you're planning on moving on to another girl once you're bored with my sister, aren't you?
Huh? I don't sense any beauty from anything about you, though. All I see is an ugly personality, and that's about it.
Are you blind?
Look, you may have had people tell you that you were beautiful all your life, and I understand what they're getting at. You have a well-proportioned face, but that's really all there is to you. The amount of depth that you have as a person is as deep as the skin on your face. On the other hand, your personality is one of the ugliest I've witnessed in my whole life. I suggest you fix that, or else you're definitely going to be regretting it for the rest of your life.
Shut up! You're no one to be scolding me about my life right now. Whatever. You ugly people go well with each other anyways. I'll be able to find someone even richer than you as soon as I start looking. You'll regret not taking my offer right now. Too bad you got blinded by your senses of justice or whatever it is.
I'm sure I'll be glad to never see you again. If anything, better be prepared to dwell over your sister's life from now on, because I'm going to make her the happiest girl in the world.
Yeah, right.
The two of us are going now. Take care. Good luck finding that handsome guy, I guess.
Ever since then, we absolutely fell in love with each other and ended up getting married within a year after we started dating. Even so, Tori never sent us a message of celebration and sent us a message saying, "I'll marry a rich and handsome guy and end up happier than you two will ever be." After that, we've been unable to reach her ever since. According to our parents, she's been attending matchmaking parties that exclusively include rich males. I heard she's been trying her best, but her bar for the term rich is way too high for most people, so no one even bothers to get to know her as well. Recently, she's been asking every single one of her friends to introduce her to a guy who fits her criteria. But apparently, all of them have been telling her that they can't because it'll lower their reputation too. Hopefully, everything works out for her.
Hey sis, who is that guy you were with today? That tall, handsome man? I had to do a double take because you two looked so mismatched. Like, seriously, I couldn't believe my eyes. You suddenly text me just for this? What are you talking about? I was in meetings most of the day. Don't play dumb. I saw you walking together downtown. He must have been at least 6'2", wearing that sharp navy suit. The way he carried himself. Oh, definitely executive material. Downtown around noon? You were there? I thought you were supposed to be at work today. I was headed to meet my boyfriend for lunch. We had reservations at that new fusion place. Otherwise, I would have totally followed you guys to see what was up. The way he smiled when talking to you. Though I bet he was just being polite. Follow us? Oh, please don't do things like that, even if you had the time. That's borderline stalking, Emma. So who is the hottie? Come on, spill. Does he like blondes? What's his type? You must know since you work together. He's just someone from work, and I don't know his type. We keep things professional. Someone from work? Oh, just a colleague? There's no way someone like him is just anything. What department? What's his position? Is he single? Yes, a colleague. We're working on the same project. He's the project leader, and I'm his assistant. We had a business meeting today, and we just grabbed lunch during our break. That's all there is to it. So he's not your boyfriend? Though I don't know why I even asked. It's pretty obvious he's not. Of course not. I'm single right now, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Obviously, as if a guy like that would ever choose you. Let's be real. Someone as plain as you couldn't get a boyfriend anyway. When was your last date? 2 years ago? 3? If you just messaged me to insult me, I'm done. I've been in meetings all day and I'm tired. I don't need this from my own sister. Stop running from reality. You're not pretty. That's why you've been single forever. That hottie probably doesn't even notice you exist. I mean, look at yourself. Those boring pantsuits, that basic haircut, zero makeup game. Notice me? I told you, we're just colleagues. I don't need him or anyone else to notice me that way. Sure, he's way out of your league, so you're just telling yourself he's a colleague to cope. I mean, knowing your limits is good, but it's kind of pathetic. Unlike you, I'm different. I actually turn heads when I walk into a room. Just so you know, I won't give you his contact info even if you ask, so don't bother. What? Unlike you, I'm pretty enough to have a shot with him. We'd make the perfect power couple. I'm trying to let you play matchmaker here. You should be thanking me. My gorgeous looks, his success, we'd be unstoppable. I have zero interest in playing matchmaker. Besides, he's really busy right now with the project. I don't want to waste his time. Waste his time? What's that supposed to mean? Are you implying I'm not worth his time? Dealing with you would be a waste of time. He's focused on his career right now. Are you kidding me? Are you just jealous because I'm pretty? Because men actually want to date me, unlike some people I know? What? Unlike you, I actually have a chance with him. Don't be petty just because you're jealous that I can get guys you can't. I mean, when's the last time a guy even looked your way? That's not it at all. Either way, he's not available. And you have a boyfriend, remember? How would you know if we don't try? Fine, if you won't help, I'll figure it out myself. I always do anyway. It's not like you've ever helped me with anything. What exactly are you planning? Please don't do anything reckless. Well, now that I know he's a project leader at your company, I'll just wait outside the office. Maybe bring coffee sometime, bump into him accidentally. You know how these things work. Oh wait, you don't. Great, I've said too much. Emma, please don't. You work at a good company, and if he's a project leader, he must be a real corporate elite. Perfect for me. Just pretend you don't see me when I'm waiting outside, though that shouldn't be hard. You're practically invisible anyway. Wait, Emma, don't you have a boyfriend? What about Nathan? Oh, that placeholder boyfriend? You mean the waiter? Please. Placeholder? How can you say that? Nathan's been nothing but good to you. I mean, he's cute enough, but he's just a waiter at some chain restaurant. Anyone can get that kind of job. How can I plan a future with someone like that? An elite businessman is much better for my future. I shouldn't even be texting you right now. I need to book appointments at the salon, nail spa, and get my lashes done. Gotta look perfect when I accidentally bump into him. Emma, seriously, he's really busy with work right now. Don't cause trouble. Think about what you're doing. Busy with work? Oh, please, no man is too busy for someone who looks like me. You'll see. And when we're dating, maybe I can help you find someone too. Like maybe one of the security guards? That seems more your speed. You're impossible. Don't say I didn't warn you. Whatever, sis. While you're buried in your little assistant work, I'll be planning my future as a corporate wife. Should I go with the Louboutins or the Manilows for our first accidental meeting? I'm not participating in this conversation anymore. Fine, be that way. But don't come crying to me when you're still single and I'm living the high life with your hot colleague.
Thanks for your help today. We finished earlier than expected because of your support. Let's update the documents after the weekend. Your attention to detail really made a difference.
You must be exhausted after explaining the project at so many venues. Make sure to get some rest. These back-to-back presentations were intense.
Thanks. By the way, do you know someone named Emma? She's been quite persistent.
Wait, how do you know that name? Oh, please don't tell me.
A woman approached me outside the office today and said she was your sister. She was quite enthusiastic.
Was it this girl? I'll send you her photo. She sent this selfie last week.
Yeah, that's her. Different hairstyle, but same person. Even wearing the same coat. The pink designer one she kept mentioning, repeatedly.
I'm so sorry. Emma really is my sister, though sometimes I wish she wasn't.
No worries. Though to be honest, you two don't look much alike. I was worried she might be an imposter using her name to con me. She kept insisting you two were sisters, but the resemblance isn't there.
I'm really sorry about this during such a busy time. She apparently saw us together a week ago and has been demanding your contact information since then. Of course, I didn't give it to her, but she's been blowing up my phone about it.
Ah, from that time? When we were heading to the client meeting?
I warned her not to do anything silly, but to think she actually waited outside the office? I'm so sorry my sister caused trouble. Did she do anything inappropriate? Please be honest. I need to know how much damage control to do.
No, not really. She just gave me her contact information. All 7 different ways to reach her. though I'm not planning on using any of them. She invited me to dinner too, but I declined, saying I had plans. She was quite insistent about rescheduling.
Feel free to ignore her completely. I know how she can be.
Is this your sister you mentioned before at the restaurant? During the team dinner?
Oh, right, I did vent about her once, after that third round of beer.
Now I understand what you meant. About the selective hearing and the confidence.
She thinks she's beautiful and that the world revolves around her. Even now, while having a boyfriend, she's pursuing you. I won't give her any more information about you, but be careful. Your background is exactly what she's after.
My background?
You know, private prep school education, Ivy League degree, now on the fast track at a prestigious firm. She's been Googling you. Extensively.
Oh, it's not that impressive. Mostly thanks to my parents and education. And honestly, a lot of luck.
Plus, you're tall and handsome. You're exactly her type. Please be careful. Let me know if anything happens. I feel responsible since she's my sister.
It'll be fine. It's only 6 months of endurance anyway, until the transfer.
Oh, right, I almost forgot. The European office.
Besides, she only knows where I work. As long as I don't contact her, she'll give up soon. Though she did try to add me on every social media platform. I don't even know how she found my Facebook. I'm pretty sure that I set it so that they can't be seen by people who aren't friends.
I hope you're right. She can be persistent.
Better safe than sorry, though. This is a crucial time for me. The transfer, the engagement announcement.
Exactly. If anything happens, I'll be your witness. And I've saved screenshots of everything, just in case.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Though I appreciate your thoroughness.
Hey sis, isn't it your birthday today? Want a present? I'm feeling generous. A present? I have a bad feeling about this. And by the way, could you stop stalking my colleague outside our office? Security is starting to ask questions. He's just so busy. I'm the one with free time, so I'm just trying to increase our chances of meeting. Did you see my new outfit today? The red dress was totally working. He never contacted you even though you gave him your number, right? And your email, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, that should tell you something. Tell me what? He's an elite businessman, so he's busy. As long as our hearts are connected, it's fine if he can't contact me. Besides, I saw him looking my way twice last week. Your ability to delude yourself is almost impressive. It would be fine if you weren't bothering others. By the way, what happened to your boyfriend? He probably wouldn't be happy knowing you're chasing after another man. Boyfriend? What are you talking about? Huh? Emma, you had a boyfriend. Nathan. Remember him? I wouldn't be so rude as to pursue James while having a boyfriend. I dumped that poor waiter ages ago, like 2 months ago. He's ancient history. Poor waiter? That's why I'm contacting you now. I've got the perfect birthday gift for you. Wait, are you telling me you broke up with him just to tell me about it? No, silly. I gave your contact info to my ex as your birthday present. A plain girl like you would be perfect with a low-income guy. Consider my hand-me-down ex-boyfriend your gift. Aren't I the most thoughtful sister? Really? Thank you. Wait, what? You're actually happy about this? Are you that desperate for a man that you'd thank me for my leftover ex who's just a waiter? OMG, sis, have some self-respect. Well, since you clearly don't know anything, I'll keep quiet. But could you give me his contact information too? I'd like to reach out. Sure, why not? You weren't helpful with James, but I'm a caring sister that'll gladly share his info. This is perfect, actually. A low-income waiter and a career woman at a decent company. Maybe he can be your sugar baby. Though with your salary, more like a Splenda baby. Sugar baby, huh? Well, we'll see in a few months whether he needs my support or not. Have fun with my ex. Meanwhile, I'll focus on catching my elite businessman. I just got my hair done. He won't be able to resist. Some things are just impossible no matter how hard you try. Unlike you, I'm pretty, so I've got this in the bag. Just wait and see. I'll be planning a luxury wedding before you know it. Hey, sis, what's going on? He hasn't been at work for a week. I've been waiting outside every day. My new Louis Vuittons are getting ruined. Oh, you finally noticed? James transferred to the European office. What? Europe? Stop joking around. Is this revenge for me teasing you? Yes, somewhere in Europe. He was always scheduled to transfer after our project wrapped up. It was supposed to be later, but since we finished early, he moved ahead of schedule. This can't be happening. When is he coming back? Next month? 6 months? He can't just leave when we're meant to be. It's not a temporary assignment. It's a transfer. He'll be there for at least 3 years. 3 years? Oh, no. This has to be a mistake. I just bought a whole new wardrobe to impress him. And he got married before leaving. He proposed to his girlfriend so she could go with him. Had a small ceremony last weekend. Married? Oh, wait a minute. I never heard anything about a girlfriend. There's no way. I've been watching him for months. That's why I told you it was impossible. Some things just don't work out no matter how hard you try. Getting married and moving to Europe? That's so unfair. My dreams of marrying an elite businessman are ruined. How could he do this to me? After all the effort I put in, do you know how much I spent on designer clothes? Do what to you? I warned you not to pursue him. I told you not to stalk him outside the office. Who was it that ignored my advice and gave him their contact information anyway? I didn't know he had a girlfriend or was planning to transfer. Though I guess even if he had a girlfriend, he wouldn't be able to resist someone as pretty as me. Maybe if I'd worn the blue dress instead of the red one that day. Actually, he didn't just resist. He didn't even notice you. What the hell? Who does he think I am? There are tons of guys who'd love to date me. I chose him out of all of them. This is such a betrayal. I even learned how to pronounce those fancy French wines. You can't be betrayed by someone who was never yours to begin with. Are we done here? I have a dinner appointment. Seriously? Your sister is heartbroken and you're going to dinner? Supporting me should be more important than your dinner plans. I need comfort food and someone to trash talk his wife with. Sorry, but this is an important dinner. I don't care who it's with. I'm more important. Cancel it. Your sister needs you. Actually, it's with your ex-boyfriend and his father. Wait, what? Are you seriously going to date that low-income waiter? Don't tell me you're so desperate that you're already meeting his parents. Are you that willing to settle because you can't get anyone else? Settle? Oh, not at all. He's actually quite remarkable. That's impossible. A plain sister and a waiter? Match made in mediocrity. Actually, this is cheering me up. Nothing like seeing someone worse off than yourself. And imagine him becoming my brother-in-law. Oh, so hilarious. Don't bother inviting me to the wedding. It'd be too embarrassing. Though I might come just to see what kind of budget venue you end up with. Don't worry, I have no intention of having you meet him again. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have that dinner to attend. It would be terribly rude to check my phone during such an important business dinner. Whatever, good luck with your budget romance. Maybe he can get you an employee discount at the restaurant. Hey, sis, are you still dating my ex? Haven't seen you posting any sad coffee pics lately. We're not dating, and I'm not posting anything sad. I just honestly enjoy going to cafes. Really? You're not? Great, well that makes things easier. Can you give me his contact info? He changed his number and I can't reach him. I've tried like 20 times from different phones. You want to go back to someone you dumped? Well, since I lost my shot with the elite businessman, I've been trying to date other guys, but it's not working out. Even if he is just a waiter, my ex was at least good looking. He could be a temporary fix until I find someone better. He always paid for dates with his tiny salary anyway. I won't marry him, but he'll do for now. Better than being alone like you usually are. That won't work. He's incredibly busy right now. He just started working at his father's company, preparing to take over the business. He doesn't have time to waste on dating games. Wait, what? His father's company? Take over? What are you talking about? Stop making things up! Since you clearly don't know anything, I'll tell you. Nathan is the heir to a major corporation. What? But he was just a waiter. He worked at some chain restaurant with college students. This has to be a joke, right? Right? That chain restaurant, it's just one part of his father's massive hospitality group. You know, the one that owns hotels across Asia and Europe? You're lying. This can't be true. I would have known. It's all true. He was working as a waiter because he wanted to understand the business from the ground up before taking over. His career move was already decided last month. I've never heard about this. Why didn't he tell me? We dated for 8 months. You dumped him before he could tell you, remember? Right after you saw me with James that day? So he's actually super rich? Like private jet vacation home in the Hamptons rich? Why didn't I see any signs? Yes, once his father retires, he'll be running the entire hospitality group. All those chain restaurants you looked down on, that's just the casual dining division. They also own luxury hotels, resorts, and high-end restaurants across 3 continents. Oh my God, he was my ticket to being rich all along, and he always dressed so simply, drove that regular car, lived in that normal apartment. He was super plain, and I always thought that it was a waste of his good looks, but I never thought he was actually rich. That's because he wasn't trying to show off. He's an honest and humble man. He wanted to learn the business properly, so he put more effort into his work and his mentality than dressing himself in designer goods. Come to think of it, you should probably take a leaf out of his book. Sis, if you're not dating him, I can try to get back together with him, right? I mean, I always knew he had potential. I just didn't realize how much potential. Maybe I can say I had a temporary mental breakdown when I dumped him. He specifically said he has no interest in getting back together with you. His exact words were quite, memorable. Why? I'm so much prettier than when we dated. I got my lips done and everything. He knows you abandoned him to pursue my colleague. You told him? How could you? Sisters are supposed to keep secrets. No, James told him before I got the chance. Huh? What do you mean James did? James doesn't even know Nathan, right? Think about it, Emma. Your ex is wealthy, right? And James comes from a privileged background too. Kids from those circles tend to go to the same private schools, elite prep schools, exclusive summer camps, Ivy League universities. No way. Don't tell me my ex and James know each other, like, actually know each other? They're childhood friends, went to the same schools from kindergarten through high school, played on the same lacrosse team, belonged to the same club, their families even vacation together. This can't be happening. So, all this time? Yes, all this time you were trying to pursue James. He was updating his old friend about your behavior. Those times you waited outside the office, James texted Nathan about it. Those accidental run-ins you planned, Nathan heard all about them. I think I'm going to be sick. Nathan heard everything you did from James himself. I didn't have to lift a finger. Everything? Oh, you're kidding, right? Everything was out in the open. This is a nightmare. But wait, how do you know all this if you're not dating him? You're keeping something from me. We're not dating, but we have a professional relationship. What do you mean professional relationship? Stop being so cryptic. What aren't you telling me? Our company really needed connections in the hospitality industry for a new business venture. So those dinner meetings were actually business networking sessions. I'm serving as a liaison between our companies. Wait. So those dinners with him and his father, you mean all those times you said you were too busy to help me shop? Were business meetings. Thanks to them, we've built a great professional relationship. The merger announcement goes public next week. Thanks for giving me his contact info. Saved me a lot of trouble trying to make this connection through official channels. Merger? You mean your company and his family's company? Yes, the deal I've been working on for the past 6 months. Remember all those late nights at the office you made fun of? All those boring business documents I was always carrying? No. This isn't happening. Then please tell him about me. Tell him I've realized he's the only one for me. I want to get back together with my ex. Come on, sis. Help your cute little sister out. I'll even stop making fun of your clothes. Sorry, but my work is my top priority right now. I won't do anything that might jeopardize this business relationship. The merger is worth billions. Billions? But I'm your sister. Family comes first. Jeopardize my career for someone who called me plain and invisible for months? The sister who's treated me like I'm nothing ever since we were living in the same house as kids? I don't think so. Jeopardize? What do you mean? Bringing you up would definitely do that. Nathan made it very clear he never wants to hear from you again. So I think it's best if we don't talk for a while. I'm going to block you too. And let me say this one more time. Thank you for introducing him to me. The commission from this merger will buy me a very nice apartment. Maybe even in that building you always said was out of my league. Wait, don't block me. I can change. I'll apologize to Nathan. I'll stop making fun of your coffee posts. I'll even like your cat memes. Goodbye, Emma. Good luck with your future dating plans. Though you might want to avoid the hospitality industry, Nathan's quite influential there now. Sarah! Don't you dare block me! I'm your sister, your only sister! What about family loyalty? My career has been going wonderfully since the merger, and I've secured my position on the corporate advancement track, so I'm actually somewhat grateful for my sister's impulsive behavior. The partnership with Nathan's company has exceeded all projections. Since then, Emma hasn't been able to let go of Nathan. She tried going to his old house, but he'd already moved into a luxury apartment near his company's headquarters. She tried staking out his office, but the corporate building was so huge with so many employees that she never managed to spot him. I heard from our mother that she's still talking about him, checking his company's press releases and trying to figure out which events he might attend. To this day, she hasn't succeeded in meeting him again. I wonder when she'll find out that he's already found someone special through proper matchmaking channels. Someone who, unlike my sister, actually appreciated him before knowing about his background. As for James and his wife, they're enjoying life in Europe. Emma still doesn't know that James's wife is actually Nathan's cousin, another detail she missed during their 8 months of dating. It's probably better that way. Some people never learn. Time to focus on my work. We have another major deal coming up, and I heard Nathan might be bringing his new fiancée to the next board meeting. I should prepare those quarterly reports. Maybe get coffee at that overpriced cafe Emma always mocked. After all, I can afford it now. I was so shocked today. Who would have thought that when I arrived home, you'd be there, Mabel? And you brought your husband along too? Oh, when did you even get married in the first place? I never heard anything about your marriage or a wedding from anyone. I didn't want you to find out, so I made sure not to tell you about it. Yet on the same day that I was coming home, you decided to show up as well. Today was really not my day, was it? I actually ended up getting fired from my job, and things were getting really tight for me. So I decided to come back home to try and get a couple grand from Mom and Dad. But instead I came home to you, Mabel, who's finally gotten remarried after 10 years. I understand that you're having a really bad day, but to me, this is the best day ever. You were fired from yet another job? I have heard a little from Mom about you, and it sounds like you really can't keep a job, can you? I really wonder why that is. But I can already tell that unlike me, your husband is a real keeper. To think that the second man you married would be working at that huge company. Oh, I am so jealous of you for having a husband with a great income. Don't you dare touch him, Jackie. If you do a thing to him, I will not let you get away with it. Ooh, how scary. You don't have to be so frightening, all right? I haven't forgotten about your criminal record, all right? Do you understand? The fact that you and I had to run into each other today was just a terrible coincidence. I have no plans of getting back together with you as a sister, so don't bother with me anymore. If you understand that point as well, then don't you ever talk to me again.
Hey, Mabel, I've just been thinking about this, but how about you and your little sister begin to make up?
What?
Well, it's just that yesterday was my first time meeting her, and she seems like a really good kid. You were always telling me about how you cut ties to her after high school, so I was left wondering what she had done that was so bad. And well, okay, yesterday I found out that she's not some sort of a schoolyard bully or anything, but a rather attractive little lady. It's a bit sad that you'd waste the opportunity of having a cute little sister like that by cutting ties to her.
I thought I remember telling you the reasons why I cut ties to her, right? Back in high school, that little jerk went and stole her own sister's boyfriend from her.
But that was all the way back in high school, right? Back in those days, there wasn't anything deep between couples anyway. How about you just be a little more open to that fact and move on?
Why should the one who had to be hurt and made the victim be the one to forgive what happened in their past? That jerk was intentional about hurting me when she stole my boyfriend. Ever since elementary school, I had a crush on that guy, and by the time high school came around, I had finally started dating him. But then she came up from behind and stabbed me in the back, knowing dang well that I was deeply in love with him.
I get that that's bad, but you're both adults now, right? Just wash away all your past and return to being close sisters again, alright? Right now you're just making yourself look bad. Like you're the sour-faced older sister who is jealous of her younger and better-looking sister.
Huh?
You're a bit narrow-minded, Mabel. You're really going to hold something against such a cute and petite little girl all your life. If she was that same way back in high school, then there's no helping your ex from taking his eyes off you for her. No matter how old a man gets, he will always fall victim to those cute girls. You can't blame those girls either, because it's just natural that the man will be attracted to them. So would you please stop bullying your sister by cutting ties to her all the time?
You only met her once today for a few minutes and you're already hopping on her side? Which is strange, because up until now, you've never made a comment about what happened back then.
Because what you've done to her is so heartbreaking. Men do not like to watch cute little girls being hurt.
You actually feel bad for her?
Well, she said she was fired from her job, right? I'm sure the reason for that was because she's so good looking that everyone in the office was jealous of her. They probably all started to force her to make mistakes, and that led to her boss firing her in the end, right? All she's done is be so freaking cute, and now she's had to endure her sister cutting ties to her and her company firing her for it. I'm sorry, but nobody can just watch her struggle with that and not want to help her out.
Please don't start falling for those kinds of lame excuses. The reason she was fired is completely opposite of what you're thinking right now.
What? The complete opposite?
She wasn't being forced to make any mistakes. She was the one going around and making others screw up. Then when her higher-ups finally found out about that, they started to prepare her termination. This has been happening with her for a long time now, where she'll be fired from one company for that reason, join another company, and then not too long after be fired from there for the exact same reason.
What? You're joking, right?
She thinks that just because she's cute, she can do whatever she wants, anywhere she wants. That's why for the longest time now, she's always used that as her reasoning for making everyone else do her work for her. And I'll tell you that all her coworkers were not a fan of that. That's why they would always end up leaking what she was doing to their bosses and get her fired not too long after.
What? No. No. I'm not going to believe any of that. There's no reason such a cute little girl would do that. I don't care how cute your little sister is. You cannot start getting that jealous of her.
Excuse me?
I get that you're upset with her and hold a lot of things against her, but you can't just start telling lies about her because of that. I believe what Jackie has told me.
You really seem to be getting close to her, which is unimaginable considering you only saw her for 2 minutes. Don't start telling me that you're falling in love with a woman like her now, right?
I would never fall in love with her, but it's just that I'm her brother-in-law, so I'm just a bit worried about her. I was an only child all my life, and I was always wishing for a younger sister.
I never knew you had that kind of a wish. First time I'm hearing of it.
Well, there's also this. Jackie just happens to have something about her. Not only is she really cute, but something about her makes me want to protect her. Also, she's had to go through so much trouble all her life, just because she's so freaking cute. That's why you and I need to understand that a little and give her a break.
I don't want to understand the reasons for why she stole my boyfriend from me back in high school. Not even a little. I will never forgive her for what she did to me. I understand you wanting to have a place in all this as my husband, but you should stay out of this mess. I'm so sorry, Mabel. I've gone and done it again. What? I've gone and stolen Cedric from you this time. I'm going to take that very successful office man from you now. Excuse me? And Cedric was so easy to win over. I was thinking that because of his line of work and how high he's gotten in that company, he'd be really hard to sway. But the moment I started to show just a hint of interest in him, he collapsed right into my arms. There's no way this could just happen so easily for me again. I suppose I haven't changed a bit from the heart-stopping little cutie from back in high school. Wait a second. Did you really lay a hand on Cedric now? A month ago, we all ran into one another at Mom and Dad's house, right? After that had happened, I invited him out to eat and he came right to me. And then, right after we had that dinner and a couple of dates, I became pregnant with his baby. Huh? I never thought things would happen this quickly for me. That must mean he and I were always meant to be, right? You're joking about getting pregnant, right? Are you really saying something like that right now? I would never lie about something so beautiful. But of course, someone like you probably doesn't want to believe any of it, right? Once again, your little sister has stolen your man. Hey, how are you feeling right now? How does it feel having your husband taken from you this time? I'm not here to play games with you anymore, Jackie. The fact that you got away with it once was already humiliating for me, but now you've done it again. And this just happened after years of knowing just how much I've hated you to the point I've cut ties to you. Yet you've come back again and stolen my husband this time. Honestly, what kind of frickin' nerve do you have? What? What do you mean, what kind of nerve do I have? My nerves are normal. I just wanted something of yours, so I went and took it. I'm sorry that it was just so easy for me to take your husband from you this time. Being as cute as I am really is such a useful life hack. Huh? By the way, I said this back in high school. Men are all weak towards cute women. I had all the men from my grade and those above mine flocking around me every single day. So you can just shut up and let me have all your men, all right? It's a waste of time crying and getting all upset about something that's going to always be happening in this world. I knew that I'd have to start getting pissed off again with you. Oh no! Just be honest and tell me how much of a sore loser you really are. Not my fault that you're not as cute as me. Huh? I hope this baby in my belly is just as cute as Cedric and I are. I'm sure they will be, though. Oh, I just can't wait to see what they look like, though. Oh, here's another thing. Now that I have Cedric's baby, you need to hurry up and get that divorce from him pronto. That's kind of why I started texting you today. You want me to divorce him now? Yep. Because Cedric and I are becoming a real family over here now, so we have no time to waste waiting for you. Cedric has to start getting ready to be a dad, so we can't have you getting in our way. This baby isn't going to wait, and I need my brother-in-law to become my husband. I'm single now, though. What? So please, be my guest and get married to him. I have nothing to do with him, so I won't say anything at all. Huh? What are you going on about right now? You and Cedric are married, right? So what's this about you saying that you're single now? I am not married to Cedric right now. To put it all into correct terms, I was just about to marry him. We were both planning on handing in the marriage papers on our anniversary, so we hadn't actually done anything yet. What? Is that right? Did you not hear anything about this from Cedric or Mom? We had planned on handing in the papers this spring, but went and held off doing so. We've both been busy with things like our job and transfers and all that. Hence why we haven't done anything at the courthouse. And, well, after some time had gone by, we realized we still hadn't done anything. So we decided it would be best to just wait for our anniversary to come around and go to the courthouse then. It would be really romantic for us and make us feel even closer to one another. I never heard about any of that. So wait, then this means you and Cedric are still engaged? Were, but we've now broken up and are nothing to one another. Just ex-boyfriend and ex-girlfriend now. What? Not only did you both not hand in the papers yet, but you've broken up now? That's right. Just a week ago, all that went down. Seeing Cedric falling head over heels for you really made me think twice about him. At the time, we were only just engaged to one another still, yet he was going on and on and on about how you and I should stop fighting and make up. It was getting so annoying to the point where I couldn't even handle being around him anymore. So after a few weeks of that, I said I didn't want to live with him anymore and that we were through. So then, Cedric was fine with all of that as well? I thought it was a little strange that he didn't try and get me to stay and was totally okay with us breaking up. But I guess that was around the same time he'd begun seeing you outside the house, right? So he didn't say a single thing when I told him we were through, and that was the end of us. What the heck? I never knew that you became single again. How lame. I was all excited about telling you how I'd gone and taken another one of your men from you, but there was no point to all of it. I was so looking forward to you breaking down and crying again over it. Well, that's too bad, you jackass. I don't love that man anymore, so none of this bothers me a single bit. Oh, is that so? Well, at least in my case, things are still golden. So who cares about you now? I'll be able to marry him right away now, and there will be no settlement. I'm going to go talk with Cedric right now and get this marriage going. Hold on a second. What was that about no settlement? What? You just said that you're not married to Cedric or anything, right? You never went and legally married him, so you were just boyfriend and girlfriend, right? So what I ended up doing with him was not cheating. He was never married to you, so you can't get any kind of money from us. You may have a really cute face and all, but that head of yours is filled with nothing but air. Or could it just be all that makeup and concealer in there clogging things up for you? Huh? Yes, we were not married to one another, but he and I were engaged at the time and had made plans for a wedding and such. Everything was set up for us, so he and I were very much on the verge of being married. And during a time like that, you went in and played with him a bit, therefore giving me enough of a chance at getting a settlement from you that I'm taking it. Even if it wasn't legal, there was a lot of money already put into things like the wedding and housing that I can still get a lawyer and take you to court. Are you for real? Had you just waited to hear from me that we'd broken up before going after him, things would have been all right for you. But you just came to me bragging about how you're carrying his baby and everything, giving me some very good evidence. There's no other way to describe you other than a brainless buffoon. And when it comes to being pregnant, you usually don't find that out until a few weeks have passed, right? 3 or 4 weeks to be exact. It was only a week ago that he and I broke up, so that pretty much seals your fate alongside his. Thank you so much again for telling me about that living evidence that you have sitting in your belly. No way! Now I'll make sure that in a little while, I get as much money from you both as I can. I have to get to talking with my lawyer now, so I'll be seeing you.
You're a real bitch for wanting to get this settlement from us now. Look, I get that I made a mistake by cheating on you before we broke up, but inside that belly of Jackie's is my baby. From here on, her and I are going to have a household together, and things are going to cost a lot of money. You were a complete bitch for getting a settlement from us right before that's supposed to happen.
If I'm a bitch for doing this, then I wonder what word would describe the both of you. Not only has it been done once, but twice now by that completely off-putting little jerk. And you helped make that happen, right before the both of us were supposed to get married and everything. From my point of view, the only word that can be used to describe you both is something I can't be typing right now.
I told you that we messed up, all right? But you can't stop what is destined to happen, right? You should be able to forgive us for this.
Huh?
You're not a high schooler anymore. You're old enough now to understand what love truly is. So please don't start ruining our lives over something that can't be controlled.
And that's why as an adult who very much understands things like love, I have to stay calm and get this settlement from you. If I were my high school self still, something like this could not happen. I wouldn't be able to keep this kind of composure, and that might land me in jail at some point.
I'm not talking about that, though. Would you please stop bullying us already? Can't you see that really soon here I'll become your brother-in-law after marrying your sister? I get that you and I broke up, but we're still going to be a family, so don't get that upset with us.
Whoever said I was going to become your family? I've already had ties pretty well cut to Jackie all this time, and considering you're going to marry her now, I'm cutting ties to you too. I don't want you to be my family.
You really think it's okay to say something so heartless? If you keep that attitude up, I'm not going to let Jackie show you her baby once she's given birth to it. I don't care if by that point you start to plead that you're the aunt. I will not let you see any of us.
I don't want to meet that baby, let alone see any pictures of it. To me, anything and anyone that has to do with Jackie is nothing to me.
Jesus Christ. You have no right saying something like that about your own little sister's baby. There's no way a kind human being could say things like that.
Honestly, you really are amazing, Cedric. That baby isn't even yours, yet you still sit there acting like you're going to be its blood-related father? I respect that. The fact that you care so much about another man's child like that, I never thought that you, Cedric, were so caring about other men's children.
Wait a sec. What do you mean other men's children? Right now Jackie is pregnant with my baby.
Oh? Could this mean that you're not all that caring for other men's kids, but rather you're still not aware of what's going on there? And I was just starting to respect you a little for that. I'll take that respect back and just call you a brainless loser instead.
Answer my damn question. What the hell does all of that mean?
How about you go and ask that cute Jackie of yours? That way things will be explained a lot faster. Why do you, of all people, know about this baby's real father? I haven't told anyone about this. I haven't even gone and told Mom and Dad about any of this, so how do you know the truth? I know you were trying your best to hide everything from everyone, but you left some very open holes. Even Mom and Dad were able to tell that you were lying to everyone, which is a bit of a shocker considering those two. What? After you went back home from Mom and Dad's house, Mom sent me a text. She told me that she saw in your bag a pregnancy test kit that had already been used. If you want to hide the truth, don't bring something like that over to Mom and Dad's house. You also went over to their house that day to get some money from them, right? You asked them both to lend you some money because you've been jobless for a few months and needed to pay off some debt. You started to cry in front of Dad, asking him for around $5,000, right? But Mom noticed something very interesting about the amount you wanted. A lot of the hospitals in this region have a surcharge of $5,000 to have you give birth in their hospital. That's just a simple coincidence, right? And that thing Mom thought was a pregnancy test was probably just something completely different. Recently, Mom has really started to show her age, right? And that's why Mom got in touch with me about it. She thought something was up with you, so she asked me to look into things a little. So I went and gave the company that fired you most recently a call and asked about what had happened. What? Because Mom was able to remember the company you'd been working for so well, looking things up was a piece of cake. And after getting in touch with them, they told me the exact reason for why they had to fire you. It had nothing to do with you being hated by any coworkers or due to you making tons of mistakes. You were fired for having a fight in the office. You'd been going out with one of your coworkers' boyfriends, and when they found out, you both got into a cat fight down in the office's lobby. And during that fight, you told your coworker not to hit your belly as there was an important little baby in there. Actually, from what the person on the phone said, you screamed that so loudly that most of the building heard. No freaking way! You found out about all of that? I didn't have to find anything out, really. The person on the other end of the phone went on and on about what happened that day. When I told them about how you had always been a pain in my ass back in high school, they felt for me and started to tell me all the horrible things you did there. No! But thank goodness Cedric was so open to taking on another man's child before it's even been born. It's not good at all! When he found out it's not his baby, he told me he didn't want to get married anymore. Even though he was saying how in love he was with me, he's going to abandon me now? Oh no. This is all because of you saying those unnecessary things to him. I'm going to make you responsible for all of this. If he's not going to become the father of this child anymore, then I'm going to make you take his place and pay child support for this baby. Don't be such a dumbass. This all happened because you are a little bitch and deserve it. If you want someone to take care of that baby, then how about you do it yourself? I'm not helping you with squat. Why are you being so harsh now? You had to just keep your mouth quiet and none of this would have happened to me. Your cute little sister is on the verge of becoming a single mother now. And not only that, but a single mother who's never been married. All you have to do is help me out a little here. Don't worry about that, Jackie. You have that cute little face that all men fall for, so I'm sure you'll find some man to take you in. And it's not like your baby is being hurt by any of this, right? So to make sure things stay that way, you step up and take responsibility for all the crap you've done to yourself. And just after all that, Jackie and Cedric broke up. From there, Jackie started to beg my parents to let her live with them so that she could have her baby in peace. But that's when they both told her that they couldn't be bothered with her anymore. And that's when both my mom and dad said to her that they wouldn't be helping out this time with either the baby or her financial situation. Jackie then went and started to call all the men she'd been playing around with before, but not a single one of them wanted anything to do with her. So as of right now, Jackie's had to move herself into a really small and cheap apartment, preparing herself for when the baby inevitably comes out. When things come to Cedric after the breakup, he went back to his parents' house. But after having already heard about what happened that led to him and I breaking up before our marriage, they were furious. So the moment he got onto the front steps of their house, his mother came out the front door with a golf club telling him to not take another step forward before saying he needed to get off their property. A little while after all that took place, Jackie gave birth to her baby. She then went and took the baby with her to where Cedric had been working and told him to look at the cute little thing that the both of them worked so hard to make. Because of this, a lot of his coworkers and higher-ups started to realize what had gone down, and rumors began to grow. Not too long after that, things really began to change for Cedric in the workplace as well. And who knows what'll happen next to him when he can no longer take the rumors and cold shoulders anymore.
Hey, Molly. Are you there? I was just curious if you saw the condo photos that I sent you earlier. The view is from so high up. I was just so excited that I had to show everyone my new view. And it has a huge living room and even a concierge. I knew that getting with a CFO would be a good idea. Having a rich husband is great.
No, actually. I didn't look at the photo, and I don't appreciate all your bragging. So please just leave me alone, all right?
You know, if you don't want to talk to me, you could always just block me. But the fact that you haven't until now means that you secretly want to hear about how amazing my life is.
Yeah, that's really not what's going on here at all. And I haven't blocked you because you're my sister. I only haven't blocked you for that reason and that alone.
You always have the same old lame excuses. Do you know that? If you really loved George, then you'd have blocked me by now. Or do you think that you'll somehow be able to take him back from me? Because I can tell you right now that that's not going to happen. George doesn't have even an ounce of feelings left for you, so there.
Oh boy, here we go again.
I'm just saying that it's clear you can't let him go. Or the fact that I was able to steal him from you. But it's your fault for not keeping your eyes on that rich man of yours. And to think that you two had been dating for 5 years before I was finally able to make him all mine. I knew that you two were even thinking about marriage, but I guess I put an end to all of that right away, didn't I? So why don't you just accept that I've won and just leave us to be in peace already?
You're the one who messaged me in the first place. And I don't want George back at all, thank you very much. Why can't you just accept that I have a lot of complicated feelings about all of this? I mean, you're my sister, but I wish that you would quit rubbing this in my face all the time.
Oh man, you really are just such a crybaby. Do you know that? You think your crocodile tears are going to change anything? If anything, it just makes me think of you as all the more pathetic.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You don't have to be like that to me.
Yeah. You can say whatever you want, but all I hear is a little loser asking for her boyfriend back. It's not cute, though, and you won't be getting George back.
I'm not trying to get pity from you, or get George back. How many times am I going to have to say that? Yes, we were talking about getting married, but we're apart now, and I don't think about it. And besides, he was the one in Get With You, so why would I want to marry a man like that now?
There you go, making up all those lame little excuses again. It really is just sad, you know? But maybe he left you because you're such a crybaby? And for that, I'm going to have you in the very back at mine and George's wedding.
Wait, what? What wedding? What are you talking about?
Oh, didn't you hear? We're going to be getting married this year. He told me that he can't wait any longer and wants to do it right away.
You have got to be kidding me. I was shocked when you two moved in together, but now you're telling me that you're getting married too?
Well, duh. I mean, George is already 30 years old. And I guess that his dad had a long talk with him about taking responsibility. Not to mention he has a lot to think about with work. So we figured the easiest thing to do would just be to marry each other as soon as possible.
Oh, I see. Well, no, I hadn't heard any of that at all.
Oh, don't worry. You'll be getting an invitation when we have more details figured out. But just remember that you're going to be kept to the very back of the whole affair. I can't wait to see your crying face at the very end of the walkway. Yours is going to be the last that we see before we drive off into the sunset together.
Oh man, don't you have any pride for yourself, Molly? If you really want to get back together with me, you should just talk to me about it directly.
What in the world are you talking about, George?
I mean that I saw you just now in the office. You came to my dad to try and make him get back together with you, right? Have to say that I'm pretty shocked. I didn't realize that you wanted me so badly. I'm a bit of a bad boy, if you hadn't noticed.
Literally, what in the world are you talking about? Have you hit your head or something like that? I don't want anything to do with you ever again, and your dad called me here to talk to him about something else.
And just why would my dad want to talk to my ex-girlfriend, He doesn't associate with bottom feeders like you. He's too busy.
He was suspicious about why we broke up after 5 years just for you to end up with my sister. And he was surprised to hear about you and my sister getting married, so he called me to discuss that.
Oh, yeah, that does sound like him, I guess. He just can't learn how to mind his own business. But who cares who I date? It's my choice. He needs to learn to butt out and let me live my life.
I think it's that your dad is worried about you and wants to make sure that you're making good choices.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the excuse he gave you for his actions. But it's so obvious that you came to the office today to try and beg for me to get back together with you. Your obsession with me is really just getting sad at this point, Molly.
I think the only person who thinks anyone is sad here is your dad about you. In fact, he apologized for your actions to me today. He apologized for what you did, and then he gave me a rather thick envelope.
Oh, I get what's going on now. You were blackmailing my dad about what I did so that you could get a big payout. Is that it?
You have got to be kidding me. Do you really think that's what's going on?
You know that we weren't even engaged yet, right? Oh, but I get why you'd be mad about wasting 5 years of your 20s with me. I would want to pay out too if I was a poor little nobody like you. But man, it really is sad when you get caught red-handed taking money like that, isn't it?
You really have no idea about anything that happened between your dad and I. But yes, if you really must know, he did give me some money.
There you go, I called it. I guess at least there was a silver lining to getting dumped by me after all. Hope you think of me when you spend that money.
Again, you have no idea at all what you're talking about, and the only person I feel any gratitude towards is your father. I know that you and my sister are getting married, but I wouldn't do anything more to upset your dad. He really is getting on his last straw with you.
Ah, well, thank you so much for your concern, but I think I'm going to keep on living my life however I want. Especially if that means avoiding marrying an old hag.
Hey there, sis. Did you get the invitation to my wedding? I bet that you were pretty surprised, weren't you? Did you look at where we were going to be having it? It's a pretty amazing place.
Oh, yes. I saw the venue. It sounds like a pretty amazing place. Even the invitation was all shiny. And haven't a bunch of celebrities gotten married there too? This must be costing a lot, no?
Well, that's what happens when you marry a CFO! Did you really think we were going to have some tiny wedding? And the catering is being done by one of the best places in the city, too. We've even got a Michelin chef to create the menu for us.
Wow. So much money, all to spend it all on just one day of celebration.
Well, this day is going to be one of the most important in my entire life. I'm going to be the star of the show, and everyone is going to see how bright I'll shine. Ooh, maybe some celebrities will even show up to help me celebrate it. Just thinking about it makes me so excited.
I get being happy about your wedding, but do you have any idea how much it's going to cost? I mean, I know that George is rich, but even he doesn't have limitless wealth. And you've basically been nothing but a mooch ever since you graduated.
I have not been a mooch or anything like that. At all. I've made my own money off of modeling, thank you very much. I'm a model with an agency and everything. Sure, I have a part-time job that I have at my office and everything, but I'm a model. Don't get me wrong.
It sounds to me like you have a really booming career there. But are you really saying that a part-time model and her unemployed fiancé are going to be able to afford something like this? I hope you two weren't planning on trying to pay for the whole thing through your wedding gifts.
Who is unemployed here? Besides, there's really nothing to worry about at all. I mean, George's dad is going to be paying for it all anyways, so we're not going to be paying for anything.
Hold on a second. You mean that George's dad really said that he's going to pay for it?
Oh, come on! Surely you can't be surprised about that, right? I mean, of course he was going to. George is the CFO of his company. Of course his dad is going to pay for the wedding. Not just the venue. He's going to pay for the catering and staff and everything. We won't have to spend a single dime.
But what I want to know is, if George's dad really actually promised that he would pay for your wedding, I mean, did he actually say those things? Because as far as I know, his dad really didn't seem to approve of his son sneaking around one bit.
Oh, George told me all about how you were called into his father's office and how you probably tried to rat us out for your own benefit. But even then, there was no scolding that came or anything. Don't you get it? This just proves that I've won. I'm in and you're out, and that's that. He clearly approves of our wedding, and it's obvious that he's going to support us.
Okay, I mean, I wasn't going to throw a fit about it or anything like that. I was just curious about what he said is all.
And just why in the world do you even care now that this doesn't even involve you, huh? Did you really think his dad wouldn't support his own son? I mean, you know that George is going to take over the company once his dad steps down, don't you? There's no way that he wouldn't pay for a wedding with so much on the line.
Well, that's interesting that you say that because I'm actually not so sure he is going to be taking over.
You really have no idea what you're talking about. You're just jealous because we're going to have the amazing wedding that you never could. But don't worry, it's not like we're not going to invite you. In fact, the both of us really hope that you show up. We want to rub your face in our success.
Well, I'm your sister, so of course I was going to be at the wedding. But you said you were going to sit me in the back. So I'm still wondering if you even have a seat actually saved for me at this point.
Oh, come on. That doesn't mean you're going to miss the wedding, though, right? You have to be there to sit in the back and look all sad for us. And you have to make sure to bring us a big wedding gift. We won't be accepting anything less than about 10 grand.
Hold on a second. You're not really asking your guest to be giving you $10,000 as a gift, are you?
Oh, come on. This is going to be the wedding of a lifetime. Did you really think the ticket to get in was going to be cheap? Besides, don't you want to come and see your one and only little sister getting married? This is never going to happen again. Surely money's no object for you to be there for me, right?
What in the world are you talking about? How can you seriously be asking for that? That's just absurd.
But you're missing some of the perks that you get of sitting in the front row. That means that when you walk through the door, you've already found your seat. Honestly, in a lot of ways, you're getting the VIP treatment. Don't you see that?
I have no idea who in their right mind would pay $10,000 for entrance into any kind of wedding. But I'm certainly not going to be shelling out that sort of cash to go see some failed model get hitched.
Excuse me? What did you just say? What's the matter with you? Fine then. Since you and I are sisters, you'll only have to bring $1,000. How does that sound? Now that I've given you such a huge discount, you have to show up at the wedding, right?
You really are just completely out of line right now. And just why should I have to show up there anyways?
Oh, come on. You're not actually going to miss this, right? One of the whole reasons I want to get married is just that I can see the disappointment on your face. surely $1,000 shouldn't be too much for you, right? After all the strings that I'm pulling and the role that I'm giving you?
Let's get something straight here. You do know that George has been disinherited, right?
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? I don't understand.
I mean that's why I've been wondering if you're really going to be able to pull off having such a huge wedding. That's why I said it'll be a wedding for a wannabe model and her unemployed husband. And I really don't know about bringing $1,000 just for that.
Wait a second. I don't understand. What is this? What are you talking about? What do you mean he's been disinherited?
So I guess you still haven't heard the news then, right? But I think you should go and ask George or his dad as soon as you can. And you should also go and find out just who is going to be paying for that wedding. You might just be able to save yourself. Or your wedding if you try and act fast.
What the heck is going on here? Why in the world did you tell Tina that I had been disinherited? What's the matter with you? That things were going so well, and I finally thought that we were going to have some smooth sailing, and then you have to come along and blow everything up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I ruin your plan to defraud my sister through her marriage to you? It's not my fault that your dad chose to do what he did. Besides, I know that it's not just that. He's cutting you off everywhere. I know that he took your fancy black card, and I bet that isn't going to be giving you a dime for your wedding. But I still just wonder what you've been telling Tina in the midst of all of this. And just how did you think it was going to be smooth sailing? I mean, what did you think was going to happen once you two are married and she finds out that you're out of a job?
Shut up. I don't need you critiquing my plan. It was all going to work in the end, okay? Or at least everything was going to be just fine until you had to go and ruin it. Look, I thought I had done such a good job of hiding from Tina that my dad had cut me off, and when she found out, she flew into a huge panic.
Oh, yes. I bet that she would have. And I don't blame her one bit for it. It really is ironic, though. She was getting married to you and thought that she'd be set for the rest of her life. You two even wanted to invite me so that you could try and rub my face in it. But now the only people who are going to end up regretting everything are you two.
What's the matter with you? How dare you talk as if you're not a part of this? You did this. This is all your fault, and you have to pay for this. Look, I have no idea what you told my dad or what he told you, but I just know that you had a part in all of this.
Wow. Well, here's a side I didn't think I would see of you. You're so desperate now. But I'm sure that you already know all of what I told your dad. I already told you exactly what I did, of course. But you had quite a different attitude when I was there at the office. You were so cocky, weren't you?
But, well, I mean, I thought you had come back to my dad's office to beg for him to make me get back together with you. And even if my dad did want to know the truth about how your sister and I got together, you didn't have to tell him the part about where I was cheating on you. But don't you realize the problems that you've made for us? I was so shocked when the day after I saw you at the office, my dad called me into his and told me the horrible news.
There you go, like a child crying because you didn't get a toy that you wanted. You thought you knew exactly what was going on, but you don't know anything.
Shut up. You don't know anything. I'm not crying. This isn't how things were supposed to go. I'd never seen my dad so mad at me before. Look, he's always given me whatever I want, and now I'm going to get nothing for the rest of my life. This can't be happening to me.
I can't believe that you've gotten this far in life and you still act like such a petulant, spoiled child. It really is just pathetic.
What did you say? You can't talk to me like that. It's not fair.
Of course your dad spoiled you. You were his one and only son. I mean, I know all about how your mom died when you were young. So obviously your dad was putting all his hopes into you. I'm not shocked at all that he was upset with you.
You don't know anything about me or my dad, so don't pretend like you do.
You know, when your dad called me into the office to talk about you and my sister, he was so crushed. He just had no idea how he could have ended up raising such a scummy son. He even said that. I could hear his voice choking up and how disappointed he was in you.
No, that can't be right. Please tell me this isn't true. This can't be happening to me.
Well, I think you have more pressing things to worry about now. Like, how are you going to afford this huge extravagant wedding that Tina kept going on and on about? Why don't you quit crying like a baby to me and get the rest of your life in order, huh? After that, Tina messaged me crying about how overnight their wedding budget had been literally decimated. She realized that she was never going to get the huge wedding she'd been bragging about. But Tina was freaking out about the wedding and wondering about how she was going to get out of her relationship with George before it was too late. She missed her chance to act. George had already sent the wedding certificate to be filed away, and wedding or no, the two were legally husband and wife now. The two of them ended up moving into a cramped little apartment and had to take the first job that they could find. George begged his father for money over and over, but it was no use. He even burst into his father's building to beg for help, but George's dad later told me was carried out by security promptly. Ever since then, Tina has been too busy handling her own crazy life with her own terrible husband to bother me anymore. As I mentioned above, George's father and I still keep in touch. I had heard from some of the staff about how angry he had gotten at his son, but to me he had never been anything but kind and courteous. As for me, I was more or less able to rid myself of Tina and George and simply went on with my life. I was glad to have dodged that bullet and was satisfied that I had put an end to Tina's wedding plans before she would have ended up with the bill for such a huge affair. Whether she'll ever see it that way is another issue. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.